Hello everyone, welcome to our course. This is the fifth lesson of our course. In the former lesson we have talked about how to make or create a 3D text and how to change it and how to apply a lot of changes to it. How to change its color, how to rotate it, and how to change its position and all of that stuff. Now we're gonna be digging a little deeper into the things that we can do to the 3D text, as there are many ways to handle text and to add effects to the text. Now I'm gonna be moving to explaining how to deal with images and how to work on it or to change it. If you want to save a file, all you have to do is to go to File and save it, and of course choose the PSD type, which will enable you to reopen it and continue working on it or edit your file. Now we're going to open a new page. I'm going to choose the image that I'm going to be working on. For example, this image right here, I'm going to add it to the Photoshop. And in today's lesson, we will be talking about how to change any color in the picture or in the image. For example, as you see, this is a red color. Let's say, for example, I want to change it to green or blue or whatever. And as you see, first, the background is a closed layer. So I'm gonna open it. Of course, if I left it closed, I can't adjust it or change it. So naturally, I'm gonna open it so that I can work on it freely. And so this is our image. I'm gonna copy it, right click, then I go to duplicate the layer, then I press OK. All I did here is just to duplicate the layer. Now to apply changes, we go to Image, Adjustments, then I go to Hue Saturation. Or as you see, the shortcut to it is Control U in the keyboard. Now we click on it. And this is the filter or the menu that we will be working on. Now to change the car color, all we have to do is to move this cursor right here. And as you see, as I move it, the car color starting to change. As you see, it was red, now it's blue, now it's orange, yellow, green, and so on. If you want to change any color on the image, all you have to do is to follow these steps and to move this cursor to whatever color you like. As you see, this is the original color, the red one, and now it's yellow, for example. And if I pressed OK, this filter will be applied. Now let me explain these two cursors in here. For example, the saturation cursor, if I elevate it like this, as you see, the color became more intense. And if I put it to the left, it loses its aura, it loses its intensity. And for the lightness too, as you see, the image became more darker, or if I did this, more lighter. Most of the cases we will be leaving these two cursors in the middle and the bottom into 0, because we don't want to tamper with them, only in rare cases. And for the preview box here, it needs to be checked. Of course, only to show you whatever you do. If the preview box is checked, whenever you make a change, you'll be able to see it. If you can't, or you change, you need to press OK, and then you're gonna be able to see the change. So always make sure to check the preview box. Now we're gonna work on another image so that the message will be more clear. I'm gonna remove this image right here, and I'm gonna be choosing another image. For example, this image right here. I'm going to show you one simple filter. Now we're going to make it to essentials so that it was kept 3D from our last lesson. Now I'm going to make it only to this image like this. Now for example, let's say we want to change the shirt's color. We can do it the same way as I showed you before, like this. And as you see, if I change the color, even the color of the face or the person changes. And I'm only want to change the shirt's color. And then a way to do that is very, very simple. All you have to do is to go to this tool right here. And this is a very, very important tool that I will be explaining in further lessons in the future. It's a cropping tool, which allows me to cut whatever background I want. I can either click on it or to press L on the keyboard. L, it's this tool shortcut. Now I'm gonna cut the image, and always make sure to zoom in when you're cutting the image to make sure that you are going exactly and carefully. So I go in like this. You need to zoom in to make sure that you are precise. I'm going to be explaining the way to crop in images professionally in the next lessons. And if you have ever made any mistakes, all you have to do is to press delete, which will get you back to the last point you were on. And of course, as we finish all the cropping, we need to connect both dots together like this, so that the layer gets closed. As you see, when I pressed, all displays was selected. Now I can either go directly to image like this, adjustments and hue saturation, and as you see, we are changing the color, and we are only changing the shirt's color, not the face too. But for me, I don't rather this way. What I like is to copy this layer, because even if I have changed its color and I don't know, I changed my mind, so it will be easier for me. All I have to do is to right click in here, and then I go to layer via copy. And as you see, it's only the layer, or in this case, only the shirt. Now I press onto this layer. For example, we're gonna call it t-shirt, like this. Of course, you can either change the layer name or no. It's only to make it easier for you to remember and to recognize what layer you're going to be working on. And as you see, I go here and I change the color as I want. I'm going to lighten the color a little bit like this, and okay. And here's the color different from the original one. As you see, there are some leftovers in the green color. It's only because I didn't cut the image very precisely. As you see, you have to zoom in a lot or too much so that it can be really easy and you can be really precise. I only did show you the way. I wasn't being careful, so for you need to be extra careful not to leave any leftovers. Now we go to this effect right here, color balance. And look at this. As you see in here, you can manipulate the color so that it can be in whatever shape or whatever color you like it. These two filters are really important in Photoshop generally. They enable you to change the color in whatever image you like. And that will be all for this lesson. I hope that you have liked it, and I will be talking about other things in the next lesson. See you in the next lesson. Godspeed.